2021 was a year of record-breaking violence in Indianapolis. Most people ever murdered, most people ever killed with a firearm, most people to ever survive non-fatal gunshot wounds. And tonight, in a special report, Fox 59's Russ McQuaid is going inside IMPD's specialized unit, focused on tracking down those who pulled the trigger.
This is the 3300 block of Forest Manor Avenue, where just about a year ago, IMPD crime gun detectives caught up with Tavon Macklin, who they say, along with his gun, had cut a murderous swath across Indianapolis. It was in January of last year that Justin White was murdered when he stopped at a convenience store at 3 a.m. not far from his southeast side home. It didn't take police long to learn they were searching for Tavon Macklin, and a month later, IMPD SWAT officers and detectives and ATF agents assigned to the Crime Gun Intelligence Center found him, and they say he shot at them while trying to get away. But it wasn't until detectives ran tests on Macklin's gun that they learned enough to charge him with another murder that happened 2 days before his arrest.
We're able to, with our detectives, go out and analyze any evidence that was collected at the scene. We're able to compare that now, that evidence that's collected with the national database, which includes our own department. So we know that if that gun was used in a shooting at a house the night before.
So far, 100 IMPD officers have been trained to collect gun evidence in the field, and another 40 will be trained this year.
Is there anything illegal in your car?
I was there as one of them searched the van of a man IMPD North District Violent Crimes Task Force Detective Tiffany Rand wanted for a recent shootout at a nearby apartment complex.
Him and some associate, they had some kind of altercation, and they just, the other guy, his friend, or was his friend, ambushed him as he walked around the corner.
Jaquan Wright had an open warrant for carrying a handgun without a license, and he had no idea detectives knew about the parking garage gun battle.
He just told me where his gun is. It's in the cabinet part of the van.
Last year, IMPD violent crime and crime gun detectives took 1,141 firearms off the streets. Detectives believe sometimes they make an arrest just before another shooting happens, and sometimes they're still too late.
We had a guy who shot up his ex-girlfriend's house. Actually, a stray bullet hit her sister as she was running inside. And he had a pretty lengthy criminal history, violent priors, and we weren't able to get the arrest warrant fast enough because he ended up committing an armed robbery and then actually shooting and killing someone just a week after that.
Are we helping the situation? I think obviously we are, with the amount of guns that we have confiscated, the amount of arrests that we have made on gun crimes and things like that. I don't know if there's any way to quantify that number. Would that many have been, or would more have been murdered if we hadn't taken some people off the street?
Crime gun detectives tell us that despite all the urgency and expertise they bring to their investigations, they're still frustrated that sometimes the suspects that they have filed charges on bail out of jail while they're still doing the paperwork to bring cases against them. On the east side, Russ McQuaid, Fox 59 News.